voice, but it was so wild that I was yelling so loud after I found this buck that I looked at Austin and I'm like, dude, I feel like I was at a baseball game or something. I was yelling that much. Well, my voice, I can still feel it. In Ohio, if I find a deer that is not dead, it's up to the hunter what he should do at that point. If you are a thermal drone pilot, police yourself. Like, if you get into a situation where you feel like this is a little shady, gray, should I be doing this? Shouldn't I? The second you have that thought, is this shady? Should I do this? Don't do it. Take your drone, put it in a box, put it in your car, and rip that thing in high gear and get out of there because it's just not worth it. I'm Mike with the Drone Deer Recovery Podcast. This is my co-host, Kevin. How's it going?
Hey, it's good. On this episode, we're discussing mean comments we've gotten on all our different social media channels. Stick around.
How's it going, folks? Welcome to the first ever Drone Deer Recovery Podcast, where we are going to talk about anything hunting related, but mostly tech and drones, because you guys have shown big support with Drone Deer Recovery, and we thought, you know what? Why don't we do a podcast? Because everybody else is doing podcasts, and there's not enough podcasts to go around.
Not enough podcasts. So, we were talking this morning. What the world really needs is one more podcast.
Yeah, a Drone Deer Recovery Podcast, because there isn't a Drone Deer Recovery Podcast, so why not start one?
Right, yeah, and especially, it's amazing to see about a year ago is when this whole thing kicked off.
Yep.
And just the growth that there's been, not just in our company, but in the industry.
Oh my gosh, you want to talk about flooding a market in just like a snap of the finger? Now, you know, I knew that people are going to do drone deer recovery, like buy drones and want to do their own thing. But if you would have told me that there were hundreds, maybe 1,000 people that have bought a thermal drone to do carcass recovery, I would have said no, there's not going to be that many. But
it looks like there is that many actually.
yeah, there's definitely that many.
And you see kind of like in a market that's just emerging, you see everything, right? You see the cream rise to the top, and you see a lot of people out there. It just makes you think of a call I got from a pet owner, I think in I don't know if it was in Missouri or something. She had already two thermal drone pilots out.
Oh boy, I remember this one.
You remember that? Yeah. And she called just to kind of see, you know, if we'd be able to help her find a cat. And the two, or maybe it was a dog. This one was a dog, I think. But the two thermal drone operators had come out. One of them said, "I just literally got here from passing my 107." And this is
literally that day. Yeah, like.
And I think he had a parrot drone, something, flying right in the middle of the day, blazing sun. And the lady says to him, "Are you sure this is like this works?
Yeah,
like is this?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, this is good. This is amazing technology. Just check this out."
Probably he got all these ideas that this thermal is so great based on the content that they have watched from us, which is great, but we know when to operate and what are the best conditions. But yeah, there's definitely those things happening where people are doing, you know, thermal deer recovery or whatever and not being educated exactly how that works. But we're not going to get too carried away on all that side of things. But you know, a lot of you guys respond to the content we put out there. So we're like, you know what? Let's make it a community where you comment, you leave feedback, what you want us to talk about or want to hear from us, and we're going to do that. So I think Austin is going to show us some mean tweets or we're going to call it mean tweets. I don't even do Twitter. Dude, we don't have a Twitter.
We do, actually.
Oh, we do?
We're just sitting on it. Haven't done anything with it.
Oh, my gosh. But anyhow, so we're gonna.
It's hard. It's hard to keep track of all the comments that like on all the platforms. Oh yeah. It's I mean we try to, right? We try. It's fun to read, but after it's hard, and so we don't have any idea what comments Austin, our producer, has selected.
Did you pick funny ones or mean ones?
I think I got a mixture of both, and maybe not some information. Just
okay. So some funny, some information ones, and maybe some mean ones, like saying that we're a scam or something like that. I'm sure there's some of those. So are we going to hop right into that, or are we going to talk about why my voice is the way it is? Because I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. That's way more interesting.
Last night was an insane night of doing drone deer recovery. Let me tell you, Austin and I were out all night looking for. Hey, just make sure to tune in to the YouTube channel and watch these hunts or these recoveries take place. But it was so wild that I was yelling so loud after I found this buck that I looked at Austin and I'm like, dude, I feel like I was at a baseball game or something. I was yelling that much. Well, my voice, I can still feel it right now.
And what's funny is, like, I could see Mike right now adjusting the volume. Just when you talk normal, it's already loud. So.
Oh. Jeez, so, I gotta tone it down. Austin, are you turning me down?
Oh yeah, I guess I'm turning you down.
Okay.
I literally, when I shoot you on a shotgun, Mike, I specifically set it so that it records one channel high, one channel low.
Because it gets wild.
When Mike gets fired up, I mean,
dude,
you know
this
about
technology, I'm telling you guys, it just makes sense. It gets you fired up.
Yeah.
I mean, you get fired up now too.
I do. Yep, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
It's
are
amazing.
we hopping right into it?
Yeah, let's jump right in. Yep.
Yeah, a little pitch there. We got some sick content coming for you guys on the Drone Deer Recovery YouTube channel, so make sure to tune into that. But yeah, Austin, give us what you got here.
Right.
Do I have to turn around to read this?
Oh yeah.
If you need a drone to find your deer, you shouldn't be shooting at them.
Shouldn't be shooting at.
Okay.
We hear this like 20 different versions of this, but it's the same thing. It's people who have only ever made perfect shots in their entire hunting career, and they find a lot of satisfaction in criticizing everyone who doesn't get an instant kill.
Dude, it is actually dumb to say such a comment. Like, think about it. Like, there is so much that can go wrong during a hunt that it is not just you, the skill, right, that screwed the shot up maybe, but there's mechanical things that can fail, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe your broadhead didn't open right, or when you released, you hit your elbow on the tree, or something dumb. Like, there's so much that can happen that to say that you just shouldn't shoot at them, it's like, come on, guy. Like, we know that when you're hunting, there's so much that can happen.
Yep, and a lot of he knows about E-Bender 34, but a lot of people have an axe to grind about he knows what.
Dude, he looks like he works out. You see that?
He does look buff, so I'll give him that. Yeah. So, I mean, we would both say if you're gonna shoot a deer, be responsible, be ethical, wait for the right shot. All that stuff. It still doesn't always go perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean,
people are saying, well, now people are gonna start taking just marginal shots because these drones can find them, and we can find them. That is one thing that I am very good at, is finding deer that are in an area that I'm searching at. So to say that people are just going to go out there and take crazy wild shots because drone deer recovery is going to come in and save their butts, that's kind of dumb. Although it's a good business model if you want to do that.
Our number, we'll put that on the screen. No, but in all seriousness, be responsible out there, guys.
Totally agree.
What else do we got, Austin? Oh my, this is staged. That hipster don't hunt. I love it.
Oh no, wait, is this on the Illinois thing?
Is this the Illinois thing?
Yeah. Okay, true. It was staged. It was a skit that we did to show how ridiculous we think that their laws are.
Right, yeah. But I mean, I take this as a compliment. I mean, I think I probably am a hipster. And I say this guy's...
Do you hunt?
I've hunted.
Once.
I've hunted once. Yep, I've hunted one time.
So he's true. He's right.
Actually, one thing that we want to do, once we have time, it's like Mike's going to take me hunting.
Dude, I have this idea. Let us know if we should do this. We are the tech hunting gurus, right?
Yeah.
Like everything techie. You take the most advanced technical bow. You take the Tesla hunting.
Oh yeah.
You use the drone to haul your deer out. You use the drone to track your deer down.
Oh, I like it. See, that's me. Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
How can we fit the e-bike in the electric motorbike?
Maybe you follow me to the hunting land on the e-bike while I'm driving the Tesla with the drone inside of it.
Could we have? Oh no. Okay, so get this right. When you're first of all, if hipsters. Let's say I play the part of a hipster. I'm not going to pull my deer out, right? It's like we're gonna pull it out with the drone.
Oh yeah, definitely fly it out.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe you are flying the T40 on the back of the motorcycle, and I'll drive us out there so you can keep very clear visual line of sight.
Hey, that's an idea. We might be doing it. I'm just wink eye there. We probably already have that in the works. What else do you have for us, Austin? In other words, your business is a joke. Doggone, Austin. Like, I thought you said you're going to go easy on some of these things. Like,
these are the easy ones, Mike.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll let you respond to that.
So I think this is, again, Illinois. So I think his comment is just saying, you guys are just a total, joke, I guess.
Because we say we're drone deer recovery, but then we can't recover your carcass.
So, I see. So, I mean, a fair point. If this is how, our main services, was that you actually go out there, find a deer, and then don't recover it because you can't legally do so, that would kind of be a joke. The point of this is, though, it's like we've already gotten calls from, state reps and from different people who are in meetings this week, pushing laws forward in different states like Michigan, Illinois.
It's coming. The laws are changing.
It's fun. It's fun. Yep. And so what we're doing is just shining the light of education and hopefully making a little bit of entertainment out there. So is it a joke? I mean, I hope we made you laugh, but
I definitely wouldn't say that our business is a joke. If you look at what business we've built in, what is it, like 13 months and not even?
Yeah.
I am not joking around when I have this business, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. That skit that you watched, the only one that you watched and judged us based on that, we look like a joke. So,
fair point. Yep. Thank you for that. Appreciate that comment. Moving on. So we should probably actually read these. So Mike, we need to read these aloud, right? Because our podcast audience.
I was reading it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, you should read
this one.
Okay. People will take more poor shots because they know they have a drone to help with recovery. Not allowing drones makes better hunters. And that's from Jameson, the one. So
the number one hunter, Jameson?
Apparently the number one hunter, yep.
Dude, this is people will take more poor shots because they know they have a drone to help with recovery.
Mike, it's like they have $500 burning in their pocket and they're wanting an excuse to give it to Mike.
Yeah, like just shoot this thing in the guts and get a drone out. Like, no.
Let's pay somebody $500 to do this. Can't wait. So not allowing drones to make makes better hunters. I mean,
it makes better hunters. Can you imagine, like, let's throw everything away. Everything in hunting right now. Let's throw it away. Like, that's how weird this comment is. Like, better hunters.
To have the best hunters, you're out there with
probably a spear and a rock.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to, smash them on the head or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I know where you're coming from. Again, it's that same comment of people are going to, not care as much about making the right shots. But man, I tell you, the hunters that hire us, I'd say it's far more often that they just don't feel good about not recovering an animal.
Oh yeah. I mean,
they want
99% of hunters they're upset at themselves that they did not hit where they were aiming for. So
the notion that these guys are going out and they're just shooting willy-nilly, that's not who's hiring us. The people who are hiring us, it matters to them that they treat the animal with honor and respect. And I think this is uneducated. I think it says probably more about his own perspective than the perspective of the people who are typically hiring us.
Yeah. What else you got there? I was told by my local conservation officer that you are in pursuit of the animal until you know it is dead. Therefore, you are pursuing that animal with a drone because you don't know it is dead. That is how it translates. You know what? We are not a podcast of legal advice. I do not know what to tell you here, but I do not completely agree with your comment. I also do not agree with your local conservation officer. I do believe that my deer is dead. When I put a shot on that deer and he runs away and I see, the arrow in it, I'm like, that deer is dead.
Yeah.
Why else would you go after the deer if you don't think it's dead? Like, think about this. Like, okay, so you just shot one and you're just like, get down out of stand and run after it right away? No, you wait till you think that it is dead. Then you
tried
to go recover the carcass. Like, you're not that, so that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I don't know what state this was written in. I think the main point that this highlights is that a lot of the laws that a lot of states abide by currently, they didn't foresee drones coming. They didn't see thermal technology being used for the recovery of a carcass.
Yeah,
and so added clarity that needs to be had in a lot of states is like, where does pursuit and hunting end, and where does the legal responsibility that you have in a lot of states to recover a carcass that you shot, where does that begin, and how does technology fit into it? And so your conservation officer, based on how he was understanding the law in his own state, I don't know what state this is written from, it is unclear, and it needs to be there needs to be regulation and clarity that's brought to this industry. 100%.
I got to give props to you, Ohio. Our district, what is that called? The Game Commission. You guys got behind this right away, and that means a lot. It's like they put it in their law book. This year, you can use a drone to recover a carcass. Last year, it wasn't in there. But this year, they just were like, you know what, this is coming. Let's get behind it, and it just makes sense. So I'm just putting this out there. I appreciate that, Ohio, that you are moving forward with it. And
and I think you did it the right way, Mike. I mean, you got educated on what the law was in Ohio last year, and then you specifically went out to meet with conservation officers with
because those conservation officers originally, when they seen me at an expo, they walked past my booth and they're like, that's not legal. And after meeting with them in the field and showing them the technology and how it works and who I am as a person, like, I'm not going to come out there and do shady stuff, they're like, you know what, I think it is a good idea that this is available to hunters, but just don't use it to cheat. Which makes sense. I don't believe that there will be some people, and we've talked about this on other videos, there will be people that use it for bad, but not majority. It will be used for good. That is for sure.
And I don't want to say what state this is in, but there's at least one or two examples of pilots who have told us stories about a conservation officer coming on, what the neighbors call them, or whatever, the cops come, whatever. And even in some of these states, a lot of conservation officers understand, they agree with ethically this is the right thing to do, and they have a lot of leeway in how they apply the law.
Another thing, it's brought up all the time about, people are going to use these to find their big bucks. Are we going to get off track like this, Austin? Are you okay with that? Okay, they're going to use these to find their big bucks and go shoot them. And my feedback or whatever to that is, I don't believe that, because yes, there are some people that will use it, find a buck, put a stock in that buck, and maybe try to shoot it. But it's like thermal drones or thermal scopes that came out for your hunting rifles. Like, that used to not be a thing. I could go buy a thermal scope for my rifle, sit in a tree stand at night when most big bucks are moving, turn that scope on, shoot that deer. Most people are not going to do that. So to just say that this technology is going to make people do that, I don't believe that.
And
Could it be used like that? Yes, but I don't believe that everybody's going to use it like that.
And what we need to do is, as drone deer recovery, our vision, Mike, is we got to move the whole industry forward. And we got to be a voice of reason and a voice of professionalism. And even in the midst of some of the fun entertainment videos and stuff that we make, we still want to bring a lot of education around the professional way to actually offer this service. So that's
and that's to anybody listening to this, watching this on YouTube. If you are a thermal drone pilot, police yourself. If you get into a situation where you feel like this is a little shady, gray, should I be doing this? Shouldn't I? The second you have that thought, is this shady? Should I do this? Don't do it. Take your drone, put it in a box, put it in your car, and rip that thing in high gear and get out of there, because it's just not worth it. I'm telling you, if you do this for long enough, there is going to be that call that some guy wants to find his big buck that he hasn't had on his camera for a while, and he wants you to come find it. And I would just say, if it feels shady, don't do it.
Yep, 100% agree. And Mike, I've seen at expos and different shows and stuff, when people come up and they want to joke around with you, kind of say stupid comments about, attaching a gun to a drone or something like that, or
just happened to me the other day on our recovery.
You're not having it.
I'm just not going to.
It's not a joke. It's not funny to you.
No.
It's like these are the things that will hurt our industry.
Yeah.
And this is totally. There's no place for it.
Yeah,
it's uncalled for.
Not at drone deer recovery. Like if they want to talk about drones with guns on them, join the military. Do that. But don't talk about it when we're doing a drone deer recovery or something like that.
Fantastic.
How long are we doing this podcast? Are you going to tell us when?
Yeah, I'm shooting for 25 minutes or so.
Okay, we're still good.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right.
Are we going to respond to more comments, or are we going to go on other trails?
Let me look. Let me scroll through some of these here.
Let's do rapid fire responses to these comments.
Yeah, sure.
Rapid
I'm just gonna
fire.
Put them up here.
You tell me what that
I'll
means.
read it and then you respond to it. You got 30 seconds.
Okay. You read
I
it?
wouldn't think twice about it. If it were me, I would have sent you back on your way and called in a dog to recover my buck instead.
Oh, he's referring to that
Illinois.
that skit we did. Yeah. Yep. Understand. Yep.
Makes sense.
I would have probably done that too.
You don't know if it's a carcass or not, so pursuit, no matter how you chop it up. Oh, so it's pursuit, no matter how you chop it up. Nothing to stop people from scouting with drones, etc. Just so much misuse can happen, especially.
Oh my gosh! Here we go. Misuse. Yes. It's like your gun, like that. So much misuse with that gun, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, people.
This is why nobody should have guns.
Yep.
Thank you for this. This is a very interesting argument. We all, love it.
You should turn around so they can see it. You're always, there you go.
First time we've ever heard this argument. Yeah, because it can be abused, let's ban it. We'll get right on that. Let's go to the next one.
Wow.
Here's a thought. Learn how to shoot a bow or a gun.
Oh,
learn
man.
about wound channels, wait times, learn how to blood trail.
Do you know what? You guys are going to give me crap because when you guys see my buck that I shot, and it's a good one too. I didn't hunt anything last year. I hunted 45 minutes last year, and then I hunted twice this year in the state of Ohio, and I shot a big one. Smoked him. You know what I used to track him? My drone. Because I want to. Because it's fun. This technology, I'm telling you, Austin brings it up all the time. This is a sport, right? Like we go hunting because it's fun. It's something to get our minds off of all the stuff that's going on. So it's fun for us to use this technology to recover a carcass, to track a deer, or whatever you want to say that we're using it for. If you like using a dog because it's fun, tracking a dog through the timber, use a dog. If you like technology, use technology because it's fun.
Mike's passionate about that because I
Yeah.
just had to turn him down.
Mike
Did I get loud?
He just had to turn you down again.
I'm serious. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
If you guys see this video that's coming out, me and Austin doing that recovery last night, you're going to see that the hunter had fun in this. Yeah. He had fun. Yeah. Do you know what's not fun for that hunter? Is walking behind a dog handler, stomping through the briars looking for his buck.
For 3 hours.
It's not fun to him. The dog handler, fun. Not the hunter so much. Now, there are hunters that will find it fun, but a dog handler is where the fun is. If you watch my screen, right, the TV kit that you can buy at dronedeerrecovery.com/shop, like they are watching that thing, right? They are involved with it just as much as you are as a pilot.
Yep, they're loving it. Yep.
When I was like, there it is, and I'm screaming, he's like, yeah, like it's that excitement. You just cannot, like, you can't get that with a dog.
And that's where it's like a lot of people, the very best people that do this, they're like you. They do it for more than the money. It's like it's about helping a hunter find a deer.
Yep.
And Austin, go back to the comment like one or two before. That last line right there. Sometimes you just lose your deer. It's like, well, that may have been the case in the past.
Yeah.
And probably more than what people are talking about. It should not have to be that way.
No, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be that way. So
I mean,
yeah. You got to change your thinking. This is 2023. I'm telling you.
Here's a good education one. I think a lot of people want to know this question.
Oh, what happens when you locate the deer that's not dead? This is where in Ohio, if I find a deer that is not dead, it's up to the hunter what he should do at that point. You have to understand that 90% of our recoveries are done at night. So you can't do any hunting at night anyhow. So when we come and we find your deer that is not dead, you're not going to do anything about it anyhow, because you're just going to look at him, and then I'm going to shut the drone off and I'm going to leave and go home, and you're going to be like, well, he's still alive. What am I going to do? You're going to do nothing. You're going to put your bow in your truck or whatever, and you're going to go home as well. You're going to come back the next morning, maybe walk in there, see if he lays there. If he's not there, it's still game on. That deer is on his hoof, and he's going to be back for you to, maybe get another shot at him. But that's what I would say on that. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter to you or nobody, but I quit following you and quit telling people about you. You don't respond to any questions and turn off comments on other social media. Well, C.T_smoking gunner 27921. I hear you. That's annoying. I apologize.
Yeah, this is a true, I did not realize that the TikTok comments were off.
Yeah, not okay. We want to hear your comments.
Yeah. And then to say that when I made a response video that I was like, sorry, I did not realize. He calls me BS. He's like, no, you knew about it. I did not know about it. There's so much content that goes out that I text Kevin right away. I was like, make sure that these comments get turned on, because people, they want to rip us. So now they're available to rip us however you want. You probably won't see this. You won't hear this. You won't, So sorry about that. You're not following us
So
anymore.
Hopefully this, tell us if you enjoyed this. We love the community interaction. We read a lot of the comments.
Yep.
And...
Oh, it's going to be wild.
This is going to be a good season. Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, folks, how much support that you guys have given us, it means so much. So me and Kevin are doing everything we can to get back to that content side that you guys love. When I was picking on him and, we're out there hunting or
this is what happens every day. It's just not on camera every day. It still happens every day. Mike picking on me. So we gotta, we have a lot more fun stuff lined up this season.
Totally. Hey, if you guys want to hear more of these podcasts, make sure I don't know, do you give it a thumbs up? Austin, talk to me. I don't know about...
Mainly reviews.
5-star review.
Yeah, give us a 5-star review. Even if you don't like us, just say, you guys are bad, but still give it a 5-star review, and then we'll keep producing these.
Yeah. Yep. This is the first of many. We're having fun doing this. Thanks for staying, for watching.
Also, I got to throw this out there, because so many people have been watching us and you want to do the same thing we do, fly thermal imaging drones to recover carcasses. We made a drone deer recovery kit that's really easy for you to buy. Everything you need to have the drone, the batteries, the landing pad, the light that goes on the drone in one kit on dronedeerrecovery.com/shop. So if that is something you want to do, go there to buy that stuff.
Super easy.
Helps us support.
And it's awesome. It has about 20 videos in it that teach you how to use everything, recorded by Mike specifically for deer recovery. So
cool. Well,
super easy to get started.
That was fun.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild. On to the next one.